Dean, man. I've got to be shooting a Double D podcast. Let me call him, see where he is. Yo, Dean!
Yo, what you saying?
Where you at, man? We're shooting the Double D podcast. Where you at? We got some guests on the show, man. I'm pumped up, man. Where you at, bro? Let's go! Let's go!
I'm on my way, man.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Double D podcast. He's on his way. Come on.
Yo, Big D, Heavy D just made the call. He's ready. I'm ready to executive produce. You ready to do this thing, bro? I'm always ready.
I need to shit. I don't know if they got toilet. I need free ply.
Jealousy is
this
a
free
cool,
ply.
Jealousy
is this
a cool
free
thing.
ply? Is this free ply toilet roll?
Jealousy, right, yeah?
Is this free ply
Jealousy
toilet
is a
roll?
horrible thing.
Is this free ply
It's a
toilet
horrible
roll?
thing,
That's
man.
what I want to know.
You can
Is
get
this
that,
free
you
ply
can get that
toilet roll?
cured, you know.
Man just got here. Man don't even just shake the youth's hand. I want to know if this is free ply, blood.
This is the Double D podcast. And I've got the belt. The belt is back. With Heavy D and
Big D.
Double D podcast. Listen, there's a saying, in London you're never more than 6 feet away from a rat. The same goes for Tottenham fans.
Nah. Man's not gonna sit here.
Whoa.
I don't care if this is the intro or not. First of all, yeah, big up the Double D podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now it's the Triple D fam. You know them way there, because I can actually see my D, unlike you, fam. You know them way only D you're seeing is in your name, cuz. You know, like that. Hold back about rat. Yeah, don't talk about my team, innit? No, he ain't gonna talk about my team. I'll let him finish, yeah, but none of that, less of that rat talk, yeah? Less of that ratatouille, less of that Stuart Little. innit? Behave yourself and finish your intro,
You
yeah?
let me finish. You let me finish.
Alright.
You let me finish. Alright, first of all, right, yeah? Alright, I feel, you know, I grew up in Tottenham, and I went to school in Tottenham. Half of my friends were Tottenham fans. So I think I've got the right to be able to slag off Tottenham. I think I've got that right, yeah? I've got that right.
Nah, you
I've
don't.
got that right.
You don't.
When we call Tottenham fans rats, I will call them rats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and stand for that. No. Real talk, like, you know why he's gassed, yeah? Did you see what Ozil did to his hair, fam? It looks like his fam. You might as well call him Merzit Swolzil, fam, right now. You know them way there, blood. He's moved just because he's Ozil's pops. He thinks he can just run it off at the mouth. But you brought expressions onto the podcast, blood. You're not winning, fam. You know them way the man brought his wristwatch, blood. I got my wristwatch. I got an Apple Watch, fam. It looks like your belt, blood. I might as well just put that. It's the same thing, blood. It looks the same, fam. Look, you know them way I might as well sit here like this. You know, like that.
Listen, do not disrespect the belt, man.
Huh?
Do not disrespect. This belt is famous.
Yeah?
Everyone's asking about this belt.
Yeah?
How's your boxing career going?
My boxing career?
Yeah.
You're only saying that because you want me in the ring, fam. You know
What?
them way
I'll
there.
fight your
Fam,
brother.
I'll run rings round you, like. Fam, it will
I'll
be like
fight
a
your
pack
brother.
of hooligans.
And I'll have you
I'm
after.
telling you, fam.
I'll have you
I
after.
will run
I'll fight them
rings
both on the
around
same
you,
night.
fam.
I'll
Oh, yeah.
fight his brother
Oh, is
and I'll
that
fight him
right,
after. You be like an hors d'oeuvre.
I'm so glad, yeah, that this is on camera, fam. I'm telling you, yeah, because Rance will hold that work on you. You get me? And when you're there breathing heavy, like, fam, I will
I'm a heavyweight.
fam. I will come in and give you the drive-by.
He's a big
You know
weight.
them way there.
He's a big
That's
weight.
what you
I'm
will
a
get,
heavyweight.
man.
I'm
You
a
will
heavyweight.
get the drive-by. Use the middleweight.
Alright, can we get back to the show?
Alright, cool.
We're going to get back to the show. It's rudely interrupted, right, yeah? Because that's what they do. The noisy neighbours, right, yeah, down the road. You know, the ones that are always like trying to be like us. And they you know, they're trying to emulate us.
Yeah.
But they ain't got the class. Look, no class. We've got class, we've got history, we've got heritage. Arsenal Football Club. Do you know what I
People
mean?
refer you in it, they ain't got no class, blood. Less of that, yeah?
We've got class.
Less of that.
We've got class.
Less of that.
Herbert
blood.
Chapman.
No class, blood. You ain't got nothing. blood.
Wenger.
Wenger. Am I saying Wenger?
Yeah,
You know them
Wenger.
right there. Type in Heavy D Wenger in YouTube and he's talking about class, yeah?
I've
See
never
what you
slagged him
find.
off. I've never slagged him off.
Oh no!
I've never slagged him off.
Oh no!
You can type my name in.
Oh yeah?
I'm not DT, you know.
Oh yeah?
I'm not. We might have a T in our name. That's
my
it.
bad. My bad. I got confused, didn't it?
You got
my bad. I got confused.
Me
innit,
with
blood?
DT.
I don't know.
How does
blood.
that happen?
I don't know, blood. You know,
How can it happen?
some Cypriot Phil Mitchell or something like that, blood. You know that way there, blood. I don't know. Blood. You know what I mean, fam? Like, that's it, blood. I don't know, blood.
Are we gonna get on with the show?
Alright, cool.
Alright, we got a show to do, right? Yeah. So anyway, right? Yeah. So we're gonna get back onto you later. We'll get back onto you later, right? Yeah? We'll keep that on ice. Put it on the back burner, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, obviously, there's been a lot of things going on in the boxing world. There's been a lot of events and stuff. Obviously, I know you can't speak about for legal reasons, but you know what happened with Dillian and stuff, and there's a lot of speculation, and some some right on boxing scene has said that, has made accusations and written an article and stuff, and is there anything you can elaborate on that?
Not really.
You can't talk about that.
Yeah, you know, for legal reasons, that we won't go into any of that. Obviously, there's an ongoing case.
An ongoing case, and,
you know, I believe my brother will be vindicated truly. So, you know, we'll just kind of let it play out. Yeah, and it should be good.
How do you feel about Baby Miller? He's since messaged Eddie Hearn and said, "Oh, you're taking Dillian Whyte's side now. You got his back."
Do you know? Obviously, the two cases are nothing the same anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, not trying to go into too much details. My bro Dillian has had numerous testing, VADA testing, which he paid for by himself, 40 or 50,000 throughout the whole duration. In the days and close proximities, most of the tests were obviously negative, and then they said there was an adverse finding. But basically, we just got to kind of wait and see what the outcome is, because I think it was literally days apart. Doesn't make sense. So something's maybe untoward.
And also, they cleared him to fight as well.
And they cleared him to fight.
That Jarrell Miller got cancelled. They had time to find a replacement.
Exactly. So you can see it's a totally different. As soon as he was tested positive, the fight was cancelled. Same with Billy Joe Saunders, Tyson Fury, and many others who was in that situation. In this situation, the British Boxing Board, VADA, and everyone else, and a panel which heard the case, heard the evidence that he provided, were happy with the evidence they provided, so the case continued.
So it was clear to fight.
Exactly.
So obviously, you know what I mean. They wouldn't, if there was serious
an issue. I think a lot of people are going on because obviously Rivas wasn't told, but then you don't go and start talking to someone about a matter which was concluded, which was heard by a panel, which are specialists in their field. Rivas is not a specialist, and if there was, the British Boxing Board would have probably said, you know what, maybe we feel there's a danger and they have a duty to do that. They didn't feel that because they went to a panel, they heard the evidence, and they said, you know, we're going to clear them to move forward. So I kind of hear the side with some of the people, but then you wouldn't go and say, oh well, this happened and he was cleared, so we need to talk about it. All you're going to do is make another situation, open up a can of worms, and he potentially could start playing silly buggers, talking about maybe pulling out, wanting more money. So much issues arrive. Boxing, listen, people, you wouldn't understand with this game. We've had so much people, one fight, close to fight night, day before, 2 days before, where they want to either get more money, talk about, oh, I've got an injury, you know, we might not be able to fight, and so on. And they use that as a little ploy to get more money. So it's a tricky situation, but I hear people, but I'm saying with the Miller case, it's a whole different realm. You know, Miller was juiced to the gills, you understand, with everything, and they was talking about the stuff he was on, it was injectables and so on, and so it's a totally different thing. But you can obviously hear sometimes one rule for one and one rule for the other, so I can hear his argument, but it is totally different. And yet again, he's actually got off scot-free anyway because he didn't have a boxing license. So in this instance, he should just be quiet, come back slowly, and just enjoy what he's doing. You know, depends if he gets a boxing license.
Yeah, because in Dillian's case, like, it's a thing where like they cleared him before the fight. I think I may have heard of, like, there's sometimes, I swear you get after the fight, you might get tested again, innit? Yeah. So it's not even a thing where like, oh, it's after the fight he's been tested again and then, oh, that's come up positive. They tested him before, so and so happened. Man went to court, pretty much. Man went to boxing court, went to a hearing, and then they approved him for the fight. It's not like, say, oh, the drug test he did after the fight came up negative or anything. So circumstances are different. And for me, if he's being cleared to fight, like, how can the fault lie on him? Like, you know, if he's being cleared to fight, how can the fault lie on him? Like, the people that tell you, all right, the fight can go on, it's on them. Like, for me, to be honest, don't get me wrong.
He's following the procedures.
Exactly.
Because, you know what I mean, he's gone, he's had the hearing, he's provided his evidence, you know what I mean, and they've come to a decision. It's not like, say, oh, it was up in the air or nothing like that. They provided a decision and they cleared him to fight. So for me, you know what I mean, it just is what it is. I'm just waiting to hear when you lot can talk, you know what I mean, I'm waiting to just hear what's really going on, you know what I'm saying?
I think there's a long way.
But for the fight itself, like, I watched the fight, fam. Like, yeah, he got knocked down, yeah, but he killed him with the jab all game, like, every round. Like, he killed him with the jab, you know what I mean? Completely outclassed. When he came in a lot heavier, people were like, oh, he's gonna tire towards the end or whatever. No, fam. The game plan, he knew the game plan, stuck to it, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I watch him a lot in it. I watched it a lot in it, and like I watched that body language. And they say like when Joshua lost to Ruiz, like I'm not gonna lie, when I looked at Joshua, he looked like he wasn't there, fam. He looked like a normal fan who walked down the ring at WrestleMania or something like that, and he's afraid of the lights. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Exactly. He looked uninterested, and I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Dillian come down, I'm used to seeing like the wolf cry, like the swag, this, that, and the other. He didn't really seem like he had his whole mind there. Like for me, I didn't know what was up, but his performance, like you get me, for me, like he didn't fail in the performance.
That's what being a professional is all about, isn't it? No matter what's going on behind.
So I didn't know any of what was going on. You get me? I could understand now. That's probably why he was a bit, you know what I mean? Had a lot going on through his mind and that. But his performance. Straight body snatcher, you get me? That's it.
Do you know what? I think that's just experience, you know. I know Joshua's had a lot of experience, but over the the last few years, I don't know if he's improved that much. He's a great athlete, looks the part, very strong. There's a few things he probably didn't consider when going into that fight. Someone maybe didn't do their homework enough on Andy Ruiz, first and foremost. And then the second thing, I don't think they went to America long enough. They went to Miami, different state, different time zone. I think they should have went somewhere similar time zone as New York, and maybe been there 2 months prior. Because look, Tyson Fury, when he went out, he was in Big Bear training with Abel Sanchez. He was in there for about 3 months before when he fought Deontay Wilder or whatever it was. He came over to do some media stuff, but he stayed most of the time. Because let me tell you something, it's very serious. The time zone thing is not a joke. And if you're going to train, you're going to adapt, you're going to eat, you're going to sleep in pattern. When you do this kind of stuff, your body's confused. So what's happening is your body's saying we're meant to be training or we're meant to be sleeping. What's going on? So all of those probably played a factor into it.
Like it was not early in the morning as well, isn't it?
There's rumours that he got obviously knocked out in sparring. I don't know. But then yet again, I felt like there was probably a little bit of things where I think when he boxed, long, kept it long, he boxed well, and I think he could have won like that. But then he likes to engage.
When he steals someone's shot.
Andy Ruiz is a very, very good fighter. So, but hopefully, he's learned from this, and maybe he'll become 2-time world champion again. And then there's going to be great fights in the UK with these boys, my bro Dillian, Tyson Fury, and the other guys, and Deontay Wilder's there. But you know what? Listen, this is boxing. Anything could happen in heavyweight boxing. As you saw the other night, my bro. One lacks in concentration, and he was caught with a good uppercut and he went down, but he showed his experience to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to get up, I'm going to move around the ring, I'm going to hold when need to, and this is what Joshua didn't do in that fight. What he didn't do was move around, try to use his jab when he came in close, hold him and kind of break it up, and he exchanged while his legs and his mind wasn't still there. Instead of exchanging, what he should have done is Bob used his jab and move. I suppose it's easier said than done, but I mean, listen, this is the experience Dylan showed time and time again in fights, because obviously he went down in the Joshua fight, went down in the Parker fight, and he understands, holding is a big part of this, using your jab, ring generalship. That guy, Rivas, a lot of people didn't want to take that fight with Rivas. He was strong, he was hungry, and he was coming head on, he was like a bull. So what do? The Matador always says, let me slow this guy down, using the ring, and just use his boxing IQ and jab. And at times, when he needed to try and throw some lever, he went to the body, went to the head, and he done his bit. And then he went back to boxing and using his jab. The smarter man is not the man who's going to be able to say, I'm going to go head on with this guy, you got to do the chest move. There's a world title was looming, interim world belt was on the line, so he knows that was just another step for me to get towards my world title, so you got to be smart. And I think for Joshua, he needs to do the same thing. If he wants to get his belts back, he's got to be smart. It's not every fight, styles make fights. That style there, Andy Ruiz, is not a good style for him. And now what you got to appreciate also is Andy Ruiz is the champ now, so they say when you win a world title, your game raises 10%. You can see he's probably got more money, so he's going to hire better people, better training, so he's going to come in amped, and he's going to say, listen, I beat this sucker, I beat this guy, I'm the champ, so for you to take my belt, you're going to have to kill me, so it's going to be even a harder task. But I heard it's going to be in London, so that's something which will be good for Joshua.
I'm saying what Ruiz has been running.
Not London, sorry, Cardiff.
That's what I said. He said he ain't coming to the UK, innit? But listen, says a lot of things. The
contract's already signed before the fight. When you got his opportunity, when you signed the first contract,
everything's in there. The rematch clause and so on.
Can I say something there? The thing about it is, right, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking, Eddie Hearn or none of the matchroom actually believed that for a second that Andy Ruiz was going to win that fight. So maybe they've overlooked that. Maybe they've actually not even put that in the contract. Maybe they thought, there's no chance.
Nah, they did though, they did.
Hey, buddy, freeze. You lost your mind. They're never fighting no one without a rematch clause.
Yeah. No. I hear about the rematch clause, but I don't know about the location. Maybe they did put that.
No, the locations were there. Yeah, what they did is they don't just put one certified location. They'll put like open, so potentially New York, London, and something like that.
But
so
London's not definite.
No, but I mean UK. Let's put UK. The UK somewhere is a potential because obviously that's his home ground. And then they're saying maybe you can rerun it back in New York. So those things are already in the contract. He doesn't have much say. The only thing that changes is this: AJ gets the lion's share still. He's the A side. Obviously, Ruiz's purse goes up because obviously won, and that's about it. Other than that, unless they want to go to court and get sued, the contract's already done. And I said this in interviews way before he started acting tough. Andy Ruiz, if you go back and check, he was talking tough. But I'm saying this is what they were doing with my bro, because when they made the offer with us,
that's
they wanted what they did is they made a partial offer because they knew Dill was not going to accept it, and then they wanted the lion's share if he won, and so many other things. Dill was saying, listen, buddy, wait a minute, I'm just not interested. You go and do what you're doing. I'll get my way to the position, and when I get myself to the position, I'm going to have a bigger percentage, because obviously now, if you're offering someone an opportunity that's not mandatory, the percentage is something different.
The champion should always get lion's share.
Yeah, of course, but obviously. Listen, what you got to look at is the numbers. None of these boys he's fighting, all of these boys offer a lot more money, 7, 8 million. They don't do pay-per-view numbers, they don't sell out arenas, they don't do their own headline, their own shows. So when you look at the statistics, if these guys were sold out down Wembley, that would sell out. Imagine the numbers on pay-per-view Dill and Joshua doing. So Dill does good pay-per-view numbers by himself. So when you're talking about it, you can't want to say to someone, you know, I don't want to give you this percentage, because my value is here in terms of pay-per-view numbers, arena selling. Those guys don't do that. They don't look. Fury and Wilder done something like they sold 8,000 tickets for their fight. You know what I mean? Their pay-per-view numbers done something like, I think it was 300 or 5,000, 300,000.
So why is it? Do you think? Do you think it's because Matchroom sell more tickets? Why do you think?
It's nothing to do with Matchroom. It's nothing to do with Matchroom. It's fan demand. If people buy into what your product, innit? The fans like the can man. You know what I mean? They like Dill's non-bullshit approach.
That's what I'm saying.
You understand?
But the numbers on the pay-per-view for Wilder Fury were a lot on.
Well, I don't think they were that much, because when I read online recently, they were talking about Pacquiao and Furman numbers, and then they put Wilder's and Fury's, and they was just nowhere in the ballpark. Obviously, it's a difference Pacquiao, but I mean, when you're talking about on the highest list of pay-per-view numbers, Dill's up there. He's probably got quite a few spots, highest grossing pay-per-view numbers in the UK.
Yeah, but Wilder Fury should have higher numbers, because that's one of the biggest fights.
Yeah, so
I think it's got something like.
You think so?
It's between 500.
No, out the heavyweights I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
People definitely tune in, but you know what you got to understand is people also stream on dodgy sites as well.
You
know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them.
Maybe because in America, maybe boxing is not as big as in America as over here.
Yeah, my friend, I don't know about all that, but anyway, America is huge.
I know it's huge, but I think there was a thing that said that Wilder's not as recognised.
I don't think Wilder's doing more tickets than Rivas Dillian. I don't think Wilder's fighting all of these journeymen. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I've looked at the highlights in it, fam.
He's fighting about heavyweight boxing. I'm not about boxing as a whole. So like heavyweight boxing, I don't think heavyweight boxing in America is that big as what I think.
No, what I would say to that is it's a bit different. If you're going back to the times of TYSON, Holyfield, or not, it's not that era in America. Now they've got Deontay Wilder. Obviously, he's knocking everyone out. We've got to give him credit for that. He's 41-0, bare knockouts. He's a barbarian.
But is he a household name out there?
No, he's not a household name.
But that's the thing.
He's growing though. He's growing because obviously he knocked out Dominic Brazil recently. So that was a good win for them.
That was a good win.
And then obviously now that Andy Ruiz is there, they're with Al Heyman. You've seen Deontay Wilder came to the UK the other day and he's touring, so his name is rising. His followers rising 100%. After he fought Tyson Fury. He thought he was clever with that.
He came to Brixton, fam.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
what was the temperature? What was the temperature saying, fam? We want to know, innit? What was the temperature? Was he in your face saying, "Till this day"?
Hell no.
Till this day. Till this day.
That didn't come out his name once. That didn't come out his mouth once. Not once. But anyway, listen. We just went and had a word because obviously, you know, I'm South London boy, Brixton, Clapham. So I thought, let me pay him a visit, welcome him to Brixton and just say, yo, I know you do a lot of tough talking, but hey, it's show business, but you're in the real lions den, boy.
I was in Bricky, innit? I was in Bricky, fam.
But he was cool, he was kind of cool, he didn't, but he's a smart guy. If you're smart, you play the game how you're meant to play. You know what I'm saying? And he was cool, he didn't say anything. I just said, listen, my bro needs his opportunity when the time arises. Once all this is said and done, he talked about OTs, I gave him 4 chances to fight. I said, my friend, you are not entitled to give anyone no chances.
I said 4 chances.
When you're mandatory, you're in position, you're meant to fight. You talk about you putting OTs up. Listen, OTs, it's quite weird. OTs doesn't, obviously I know Rivas didn't speak English, but he doesn't either. He doesn't sell no, he doesn't do anything. So in terms of the numbers, this was a guy you want to deal to face a guy you just knocked out. He worked his way to the title shot. Why are we gonna fight a guy who just lost? What for? Why was we gonna fight this guy you just knocked out? He's had his shot to get a shot at you. No, sucker. You make that guy go back to at the back of the table and build himself up to come and get another shot. But now, like he said, I'm gonna give him another opportunity to make money. For whatever reason he wants to give him the shot, there's nothing wrong with that. But I just said to him, listen, big man, hopefully in the future you can be a man of your word. And then he was like, listen, man, I want to fight him, man. I said this all along, man. I said, listen, champ, do your thing.
That's a good Welsh accent. Good Welsh accent.
No, I said, listen, do your thing.
Yeah.
But you know, be a man of your word. You said it. I'm sure there's bare cameras here going. Do your thing.
I was saying something like Ortiz. He was like something about their daughters know each other, so I want to make him some money. He's moved like he's his brethren. He's trying to put some money in his pocket.
I think what it is I think his
like,
daughter.
what is this?
I think his daughter's got that spina bifida or whatever it is, and then he says Ortiz's kid had a illness of some sort, so he can relate. So what he's saying is the business is hard, the business is a tough sport. So what he's saying is he wanted to bring money to him to help him because he knows it's expensive. And I commend something like that because you want to help a man.
I commend that, but at the same time, he's talking about taking man's lives in the ring. So what are you going to give man the big person and take his life? Rather the dad than the money. Let's be serious.
Or he could have, in his mind, he thinks he's got the measure of him.
Exactly. I think after fighting him, sometimes after fighting people,
you just need another one on the record.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's easy. What's right with Mayweather when he done Madonna? He's like in his mind, he goes, I beat him. And when you know you beat someone, man, the second time's always easy.
The second time, obviously, you might figure them out a little bit more, and you go back and watch the tape, and you think, you know what, I could have done this better. I could have done this more. And that's what I've said with Tyson Fury. It's quite funny, you know. But Tyson Fury is going to be better in that fight. But then I think so. The difference with Deontay Wilder, he's going to take more risk because he's been in there already. He knows one thing: Tyson Fury ain't got no power to trouble him. He hit him with some good shots, and he walked through them. So what will happen is he's going to take more chances earlier in the fight to get a knockout, because you see when he actually finally caught up Tyson Fury, he put him down. Tyson Fury for me is an exceptional boxer, you know, and it's very, very hard guy to fight, especially with that movement. You know, you're going to have a good game plan to fight him. But I think, I believe Wilder will come out a little bit more aggressive earlier if he fights him.
Do you know he turned down a spar with me? Fury.
I could imagine. I reckon you've got that Alabama power as well, man.
It's true, man. You know what? It's true. It's funny. You know what? There's a lot of witnesses there. It was on film. It's out there. And I said to him, do you want to spar with me? He goes, I haven't had my Weetabix. If he was going to fight for the belt...
But I want to see that, blood. I don't believe that, fam. I don't believe that.
Look online. Look online. It was in Stevenage. It was when Billy Joe Saunders was about to fight his fight. I went to the ring. He goes, listen, do you want to fight? Do you want to fight Heavy D for his belt? He said, no, I haven't had my Weetabix.
He probably couldn't see it, blood. What, that belt? You know them way there, fam.
I put a belt up.
That belt.
I put a belt up.
Oh my days,
Put a belt up, didn't I?
Oh,
Anyway, that's another show anyway, the fact of the matter is.
Tyson Fury don't want to be fighting for a dressing down string.
No, the fact of the matter is, he turned it down. What does that tell you? They don't want the boominator. They don't want
the boominator, you know. I'm done out here, fam.
They want no part of this. They want no part of this. Anyway, moving on, right, yeah? So anyway, let's talk a bit about football. You know, I like talking about football, do you know what I mean? Like, you know? We've got you guys. Listen, first and foremost, right, yeah? We don't promote hate, right, yeah? We have banter. Banter's all a bit of Arsenal song. We have banter. As I said, I've got friends that are Tottenham fans. This is no hate stuff. Wherever it says all tongue-in-cheek, all you people, all you trolls and all that, commenting, you're going to say, Heavy D, yeah, they're killing him and all this. Listen, it's all banter, yeah? Alright, you got to let, some people are so stupid, you got to tell them. so anyway, so moving on, right, so anyway. So have you heard about our signings?
Yes, I have.
Are you, no, honestly, do you not, because last year you had a very good year. Do you honestly believe?
I don't think we had a very good year. We had a decent year. For a team that didn't sign no one, we had a decent year.
Yeah.
For me, we could have been third. Chelsea taking that spot, like, that was a joke thing, innit? Like, we didn't have no very good year. We had a decent year last season. And for the fact we didn't sign no one, I think we had a good year, innit? But nothing but no very good. Less of that.
We're using the Champions League final.
Yeah, Champions League final. I hear that, innit? But the season itself, we see the season itself. Champions League final, we didn't win it, fam. So I'm not like, yo, let's get to the final and lose, innit? I'm not on that, innit? I'm talking about the football that I saw from my team, innit? Yeah. We never had fam, that weren't a great season. Season 4 was a lot better.
I remember talking to you a few days before that final, and you said to me, I said, are you confident? And you actually said to me, no, I'm not confident.
Yeah. I'm not confident because I've seen the football. That's what it is. I've seen the football that we've played, innit?
Yeah.
I've seen the football that Liverpool's played, but it's a one-off game. So I didn't say we were going to lose.
Yeah.
I said, there's a chance we'll win. But I wasn't confident. I wasn't confident enough to be like, oh yeah, we're going to do. You were taking this trophy home, this, that, and the other. Because I'm a realist, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But boy, like, obviously. What trophy have I seen, fam? The Worthington Cup, you know what I'm saying?
4,000 days since Tottenham have won a trophy.
You can remember that.
4,000 days.
I'm surprised you can remember that because I see the biggest knockout of this guy on YouTube. Yeah, that don't belong to you. One, that don't belong to you. 2, don't spit in my eye, yeah? You know them way there, yeah? And 3, I'm surprised this guy remembers any stats, blood. You know them way there, fam. When that Temple's held hella shots, fam. You know them way there. More shots than a man in Ibiza on holiday, fam. That Temple's held, innit? So less of whatever he's got to say. You know them way there, but to this day, nah, less of that, fam. Nah, I'm talking rubbish.
I'm the Mayweather.
Alright, boom, let's get to your question. He was like, alright, you don't have signings, innit, yeah?
Okay, let's get back to that.
It's impressive, innit? Because the man thought you only had 40 million to spend. You know them way there. Obviously, you man signed. What was it? What was that? The Saliba.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's back on loan.
Yeah, he's gone back, but he's still a good signing. 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Who is the other one? Danny Ceballos, you got on loan.
Yeah.
You lot are gassing like you lot have actually signed him, fam. When you lot had Dennis Suarez on loan and he just left.
Don't matter. He's a Real Madrid player.
Dennis Suarez played for Barcelona.
I know, but
yeah, what Barcelona's been doing better than Real Madrid.
He wasn't
like in the last few
seasons. He couldn't handle the physical aspect of the game.
Oh yeah.
He couldn't handle it.
We'll see, innit? We'll see obviously what Ceballos is on. You get me? And obviously you got Pepe doing a medical. You get me?
But listen,
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. That was impressive.
Yeah.
You get me? That was impressive.
I never saw that coming.
The Danny Ceballos, the Saliba, fam, that don't impress me much. Shout out United Twain, fam. You know them way there. But when it comes to Pepe, you know what I mean? That's impressive for the simple fact that you actually have 70 million and the simple fact that, what, second goal scorer in the French league? Where was Neymar? You know them way there. No. Like, I'm not gonna hate on it. That's a great signing. Man United wanted him. United fans they're upset, blood. You know what I mean? Rance, my brother, he's upset, blood. You know what I mean? Every man's holding corn. But with us, it's been slow. But obviously, we signed Ready to Tango in them bad boy, blood. 63 million, fam. What a player, bruv. Do you know who that is? You should know because you lot got Ceballos because you lot had nothing in the middle, fam. You lot Bagel FC,
Ndiambele.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're not worried about that.
What do you mean? Don't worry about that. Let me ask you a question, yeah?
Yeah.
You man got no back, fam. I call you lot Kitchen Apron FC, yeah? Because you got no defense, fam. No back. You know them way there.
We're working on
Where are your defenders, fam? Obviously, we all know Kolasinac's out there fighting for your team and that, yeah, you know what I mean? He's probably your best defender.
Mustafi's on the transfer list, and also
Koscielny wants to leave.
Koscielny and Mustafi, it's just been said today that they're going to get rid of them, right, yeah? We have to ship them out before we can bring in new players.
Bruv, do you know when the transfer window ends, blood?
It ends, is it end of August?
End of August?
Alright, well, it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be, but remember, they opened it early.
Yeah, okay.
So isn't it the end is it end of July? I hope not. No, I think it's before the season starts. Right before the season
that means we've still got 9 days, 8 days.
Yeah, something like that.
8 days, 9 days.
Something like that.
We've got to pull our finger out. Same plain simple. I said to them, do not buy to the last day because you've got to panic buy. You're going to end up spending more money. And that's what we always do. We do it in the last. I remember one season that we bought Mesut Ozil. We didn't even need a midfielder. We needed a defence, and then went out and bought Mesut Ozil. Do you believe that? I'm going my little rent now, right? Yeah.
What? You just upset because you copied your trim, innit? You're upset because Ozil copied your trim, innit? Tell the truth.
Also, right? Yeah. Also, I'm not one of Ozil's biggest fans because I think he's just overpaid. I just think he's not a good influence to have around. I think he just gets 350 grand a week for just doing nothing. He doesn't bring nothing to the team. He's a luxury player.
It's like,
you know what? We want bread and butter. We don't want no pate. We want bread and butter. Bread and butter and cheese. Yeah, we need no pate or no caviar. We don't need
fans,
that.
I got a question, yeah? Hold on, our fans, I got a question. Comment below, yeah? Did Ozil have more shots for Arsenal last season or more shots on Fortnite, blood? Comment below, blood. Yeah? At me, fam. Yeah? At me, blood. Go on.
Listen, but we'll Tottenham take Ozil.
No, blood. Why, fam? Why? To have what? To have 10 man on the pitch, blood? Have man on a milk carton in America missing, blood?
Think about it, yeah. Think about it. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, right, yeah?
Man, like Ozil, man, the hologram, fam.
I'm one of the realest people out there when I talk about Arsenal, and a lot of people don't like it. I get more haters from Arsenal than I do from Tottenham, and that's a fact. I swear, from Arsenal's own fans, my own fans out here, Arsenal fans, I get more hate. And they want to hear, you can't talk about Ozil like that. No, Ozil, he's the greatest. And they say, Ozil shit. It's absolute dog shit. It's a waste of money, right? Yeah, selling his blood clot. It's shit.
Oh, what?
Shit! Pile shit, man! Get him out of the club, man, yeah? And Kroenke, get a defence! Get a defence! I'm sick of it, man. We can't have guys like this laughing at us. You know what I mean?
Bro, you see what I mean? How dare this guy talk about me? Some man try to check me outside, bruv, and he's shouting at his own club, man. Like that,
you know what it is?
The man try to check me outside.
They dig me out all the time, and I don't even know why, because I told the truth. Would you want me to lie? Do you want me to lie? I haven't got no agenda. I'm not getting no perks from the club. I say it how it is. Right? And people don't like that, and that's their business. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say this player's good when he's not. Ozil shit. Everyone knows that. He's rubbish. What does he do? He don't do nothing. Oh, he sells shirts. So how does that help us?
Well, you bought one. You know them went there, blood.
He bought one. I didn't buy an Ozil shirt. Do you know Wilder? I've noticed that Wilder actually just manufactures it because he wants to get angry, he wants to get in that zone. He says like, I want to kill you. He says things like, oh, to this day.
Yeah, but that's because like the people that he fight, there's no like for example, yeah, like Dylan and Joshua, like they knew each other. You know them way there, yeah. Like obviously just they're around each other.
History.
I'm not sure, like my knowledge of American box, I'm not saying but yeah. Like it's Wilder. Like what sort of rivalry does man have? They choose a fighter, he fights them. Like
yeah, but he says things. He says things like he says he wants to body Brazil. He says things that automatically create a grudge.
No, but what you got to understand is that controversy. That's what he wants to do because what it is.
That's what I mean. He
creates it. This day is now a slogan. He said that now. It's a slogan. People are catching on to it, and what it is traction. So he's happy continuing that to get traction for himself. So then, when it comes to the grudge matches over there, I don't know. Like obviously he says all those stuff, and like he said, to be honest, Tyson said a lot more stuff, worse stuff, and like he said, heavyweights over the time have said stuff which they didn't mean, or they said for at that moment when maybe
it sells fights.
You know, it sells fights. So you might believe it at that moment, but at the end of the day, it's not that. You know, he doesn't have that bad intention. Obviously, when you go in there, you want to knock the person out. You want to do that, but then afterwards, if you notice, you see the camaraderie and respect come back.
Yeah, you can see that.
You've got respect. You either gain respect for the person, or you know, sometimes you have where you lose and the person's still vexed, and they come up and say, "Man, that's right, you." You know.
Hey fam, if this is what I saw, so like the Dylan Joshua fight, like I don't remember after the fight if there was a handshake or anything.
No, there weren't.
There wasn't. Yeah.
There was still bad blood.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I've seen Dylan and Joshua next to each other. Obviously, it's a profession. You got to be professional. So just because man standing next to him, just because man standing next to him talking about a fight or whatever, and there's no, oh, you're a this, that, and the other. It don't mean there ain't no bad blood in it. But fam, I never saw a handshake or nothing like that. I was thinking, I don't remember, but I never saw a handshake in it. And like, obviously, you saw how Joshua was after the fight. If Dylan won, I'm pretty sure it would have been the same. You know what I mean? So them, like, I know for a fact that because there's something called. I learned in uni, fam, something called a pseudo event, blood, that they do, and what it is like they just plan stuff, like plan something just to make it go viral, innit? Like Eminem, there was one time at the award show when Borat came down from the ceiling, sat on Eminem with like no pants on with his face and that, like then Eminem switched, innit? This, that, and the other, but it was all planned. Eminem got paid for it. Do you know what I'm saying? But with the boxing thing, I believe like it's real, fam. I believe there's some real, but the majority of the fights.
None of that was staged. I'll just let you know. There was In
Yeah,
our,
no,
in
that's
our
what I'm
camp,
saying.
we don't do no staging.
Dylan Joshua. You see, you know what made me- but you know what made me realise? You see, like when my brother fought Kieran, I know for a fact he hates.
Yeah.
And them man could share it after that. So after you fight competitively, I know there's some element of respect because you lot have gone to war in the ring.
Of course,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because days you share the ring together. It doesn't matter whatever happens. Even if you don't like, you shake the hand. You still got more respect to them than before. But do you know what? I've heard. This is what I've heard, right? And I don't like to. I heard that Eddie Hearn sat down in the press conference one time. He went, "Who's going to be the good guy? Who's going to be the bad guy?" So it pantomime. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if it's true. Do you know what I mean? But apparently, I don't know who it was, but I heard that's what he says when he goes to the press conferences. He goes, "Who's going to be the good guy? Who's going to be the bad guy?" I mean, it's a pantomime. You know, so that's right.
I don't know. I've not really heard that. Maybe he's done it in one particular event or whatever, but I can't see. He doesn't. You know, I wouldn't say I've seen that in every, because they don't do that. They don't have a bad guy and a good guy. Sometimes you just have people, and there's something that's said, and then there's a grudge.
And
if it's either,
what if this two people are going to fight each other? They don't know each other.
No, but the Dylan and AJ fight, man never needed to sell that. They didn't have to be no good guy.
that was
bad guy.
rivalry
They
was
had
what
bad
before.
blood. Exactly. So man, we wanted to see that. But if this is any random boxer, they
So I'm going to show you a scenario. Campbell's fighting Lomachenko.
They can't speak. They can't speak.
But that's
Shaq, he hates you. He can't speak. Hey, he's like,
you have two interpreters going to war, like, and they have to fight.
You know what I mean?
You know what there.
How's that gonna work?
That's what I'm saying. So this is what it is. It just boils down to mainly rivalries. Like if in London,
London.
like obviously they made it up. Joshua's from North, or we're from South, or Chizora's from that side. He's part of AJ's camp. He's a friend. He's a knob. Sorry about that. Bellend. All kinds of names. Hey, don't judge me. People said it. I'm just kind of
say nada.
For what I'm saying, there's many names people call people. Then obviously he called Dill names. He threw the table. He confronted me. Me and him had an argument. And many times there's been many things said. You know, is at the time you're answering, you're on it. You know what I mean? So it goes. Like, I don't carry too much feelings about it. Sometimes I think about it and I think, he's an idiot. But you know, I'm sure he has the same opinion of me. And then sometimes I see him and I don't think nothing about it. I just look through him and keep it moving. But I mean, this is the sport. Other than that, Joshua, there was a rivalry until Dill and him fight again. I think that energy is good for both of them to keep them on their toes, to keep the flame going for when the rematch comes. It'll be exciting. The fans will want to tune in and be happy with that. Other than that, you don't have many. You had Isaac Chamberlain and Lawrence Okoli.
Oh, that
was a little bit of a rivalry, a little beef and so on. But
that was seasoned beef.
Do you understand? But hardly, it's not a lot of crazy beef unless you go on someone's Instagram or Twitter, you say some smoke and then they talk about it, and you go to the press front and then there's a little bit of back and forth. But I mean, 9 times out of 10, you know, some people just say, let my boxing do the talking or my fighting do the talking, and you know, like they do it as a gentleman's sport.
But you know what? I think just having a title, can create animosity. Can create. Since I've heard this, right? Yeah, enough people chat shit.
Fam, that is not WBA, Nah. Man made me get up like that. Don't annoy me, fam. Don't annoy me, yeah. You get me? This Toy Story belt, fam. Yeah, my wallet weighs more than your belt, fam. You know them way there, cuz. This guy's moving like this is WBA, WBC. Get out. Less of that, fam.
Hey, bro, this is better than that.
I'm done out here.
It's better. Listen. All I'm just trying to say is, right, since I've got this, I've got a lot of hate. People are jealous. They get jealous. They see the belt and they think, I want that belt.
You know, it's because your hair matches the belt, the gold. I think they're envious, you know?
They're jealous, man. They're jealous. Haters gonna keep on hating. I can't stop them hating, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Oh my God.
Look, your brother wants this belt.
No, he doesn't. That's a Karate Kid headband, fam. Like, man don't want that. That's some Karate Kid Daniel San.
What's that say? What's that say? That's just champion.
Man, you trying to spin it, fam. Man thinks he's John Cena, you know. Nah, less of that, fam. It don't spin, man. No, don't spin. That don't spin, fam. You know them way there. Nah.
It's a spinner, man.
Nah, this guy, man. Well, quickly, what do you think of that guy that's coming up to the heavyweight division? What is it? Is it Golovkin? Is it what's his name? He come up from lightweight.
Usyk.
That's it.
He's a monster, isn't it?
Usyk's a very, very good technical boxer.
But at heavyweight?
I think.
But it's a small heavyweight, though.
Yeah, he'll be small. I think he'll give a lot of people problems because of his movement, his boxing ability, his brain. Do you know, he was a top amateur, and you see, he came into professional ranks and became undisputed unified champion cruiserweight. So he's coming out to heavyweight. Let's just see how he performs against Takam. That's a good test. But Takam's head on, Takam will let his hands go. I think he will just box Takam's head off, and I think No, I think he will. I think he'll box time. You see what he's done to Tony Bentley?
Yeah, man.
I did, blood.
And,
Retirement, man.
But he's always going to be a small heavyweight, though, isn't he?
yeah, he's always going to be a small heavyweight. There's particular ways, I'm sure.
These heavyweights now,
really elite
they're all 6 foot.
will go in there and try to box him. But listen, people are going to need to give him his respect because he's tall, he can move for 12 rounds.
That's it.
And what he is he knows how to set up his stool. He'll set it up and he'll keep everything basic until he gets the right shot. And once he sees that there's a chink, that there's been a dent in you, then he'll up the ante.
Is he still undefeated, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
See? Boy.
Well, mind you, David Hay was undisputed. He came up to heavyweight. He beat that Value, and then he came short against Klitschko.
Different kind of movements. So obviously, David Hay had a Pacific style, and he was a big puncher. But I mean, when you look at
David Hay in his prime versus Usyk, who'd win?
Sick, fam.
you know, Usyk boxing.
David Hay in his prime. In his prime.
Where's prime? What, when he beat Valuev, yeah?
David Hay was
Because you know what it was? I'm not
David
gonna
Hay
lie.
was a handful.
Bro, let me tell you this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I was a big David Hay fan. Because remember, I like the guys that talk the talk, walk
He's
the
a
walk,
knockout,
show
he's a knockout man.
Fam, and I like the knockouts as well, innit? Yeah. But like obviously the belly, forget that because see the belly thing. Because the first time I think he was gonna walk through belly. Yeah. Then even when he didn't, I thought it was an injury. You know, them way there. And then I saw the second fight and I was like, this guy's done. You know, them way there. I'll be serious, innit?
Yeah.
But when I actually think about it as a boxer, when I actually think about it as a boxer, like, David Hay's a knockout merchant.
Yeah. I mean,
like, how many times has he won on points?
He's a knockout man.
That's it.
Well,
so for me, boxing, that's why I got to rate Fury, innit? Like certain times, like I like man that knock people out.
We all do. It's exciting.
You know what I mean?
It's exciting.
But the only thing is, like with Dillian, and I'm not even like sucking up on that, but with Dillian, he knocks people out, yes, but he does go to 12 rounds, innit? But he has the power to be able to knock man out. I don't feel Fury has the power to knock man out. If Fury knock man out, fam.
Needed Mayweather.
Exactly. But at the same time, Mayweather's entertaining, fam. You know them way there. Mayweather's entertaining. Tyson Fury. Yeah, he's entertaining, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, fam, I like boxers that can go to 12 rounds, or I know it's capable of knocking them out. But the other thing is, I don't want to watch. Every time I watch a Tyson Fury fight, I know it's going 12 rounds. Unless the ref stops.
It's called boxing. It's not called fighting. It's not called KO. It's called boxing for a reason.
Yeah, but I'm giving my opinion, like. You know them way there, fam.
By the way, let me ask you all this right here. Comment on the section below. Who would win? Prime David Hay versus Usyk. Let us know in the section below. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let them decide.
Who's win out a fight between you two, blood? You're running your mouth about this belt. This is my belt. This is my belt.
What about me and who?
You and my G. My Dean Whyte.
He'll knock you out. I know that tastes one of his there.
I'll give you the Debo. He'll get the Debo on Friday, blood. This is my bike. You know them way there, blood. That's it, man.
I wouldn't even hold the pads with him, man. I wouldn't even hold the pads.
This is too funny, man.
But listen, that's it now. I think that's it. We're gonna wrap this up right here. Thank you for
having me on, my
no worries, man. Wicked man, respections, and always with the big D, man. Always respect, always big respect, yeah. Listen, link, share, and subscribe. Pep Talk UK Double D podcast. Boom!